All right. We'll see how this one goes. It's not really a ukulele song.
This is the best one yet.
Best one. I'm gonna grab my iPhone and turn to the station. I don't care where it goes. I'm gonna sing a song and tell a few jokes, Lord. But with a laugh, nobody knows. And can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that podcast it's been doing to me?
Rot my brain.
Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what the Rebelcast has been doing to me? No hook, so it kind of.
I gotta say, it's probably one of your best ones yet.
Yeah, I think so.
I liked it, and I like Randy says, "Hey, wow, right on time." We said
Right
that.
on time.
We were ready to go a minute early. We said we had to wait. So there you go, Randy. You can go to bed now.
Night, Randy.
Unless you sent an email in. And
I don't think so. We told him last week he couldn't write one. Or at least Matt told him that. So
Yeah,
probably,
I thought it was Chris told him.
I think it was me. I was fooling, but yeah.
I thought it was funny. I laughed. I have a sick sense of humor, so I thought it was funny.
We all do.
Yes.
Hang on. I'm going to turn on my wax candle real quick before we get the show started.
I cleaned up that wax, by the way. I told her, I said,
it's on.
I said, you know what I'm gonna have to do now? I'm gonna have to sand this all down and redo whatever you want to it because it's basically ruined. The wax is inside the grooves. I mean, if you look at the wall, it's behind it. It's all down the wall, different colors. Again, I don't know how people aren't on my side. I don't get it. I don't get it.
You're on an island with this one.
I know everyone should be on my side, and I'm just sitting there like going. It's like I hate to get political, but two presidential candidates. I'm like, okay, this is what we have, and people are excited to vote for either one, and I'm like going, come on, it's like wax. It's like wax. It's like
I don't think I've ever been excited to vote. I think that's why a third of the population does not vote, is because it's just like, no.
Well, it's funny. I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, and I keep getting commercials for both candidates. Donate now, and I go. I've never given a dime to any political candidate.
I donated last campaign,
and I never will for the first time.
Exactly. I don't think. I mean, it's like, why would I just throw my money away to somebody who's always going to have more money than I do?
And they don't care.
I wanted to do my part.
Well, congratulations to you. Anyway, he says, why not just use scented candles?
Yeah.
And then she'd burn the house down.
Incense. You could be like an old hippie, just have incense everywhere. You know.
Well, I will say though that the smell you get from the wax melts is very good in comparison to a scented candle.
Well, to be
100%
fair,
less fire.
Sometimes she chooses the worst fucking smell. I go, Jesus, did someone take a dump here in the middle of the living room? What the hell? She goes, you don't like it? I go, is it one of your scented wax things? She goes, yeah. I go, oh, it smells like shit.
See, here's the funny thing about that, right? So there's a few different like air fresheners or air sprays or even candles out there. The Febreze air spray is one of them. The one that's got like, I forgot what it's called, but the scent, whatever the scent is, will forever be tainted for me because I associate it with the smell of someone's taint. it's legitimately it's like it's the stuff that you use to cover your shit. Mm-hmm. So whenever I smell that now, like not even in a bathroom,
so you'll walk by and go, "Ooh, that's Nick.
That's a fucking number 2 right there."
I totally get because like I remember a friend of mine had some kind of weird orange zest air freshener, and that's what theirs was in their bathroom all the time. And so whenever I smell that, it's like an orange poop. Yeah, and you're like, it's a combination of weird orange zest and poop, and you're like, so you cannot smell that air freshener and not think like, oh,
Have the
someone,
psychological connection to it, right?
Right.
But here's the other thing too. The fuck was I gonna say? I had a point to make. I forgot what it
About
was.
smell, about
Well,
poop, orange poop.
the funniest take,
Yeah, the spray pourri. Have you guys ever experienced or used? I don't know what the fuck magic they put in that bottle, but let me just tell you that that thing is amazing. Jack, you've never used pourri before?
Cindy has. I don't.
Okay.
I mean,
So the science, and we're not sponsored by these guys yet, but the science behind it though is it has this layer of like this film that gets on the top layer of the water. So when you drop a deuce, your poop will go back through that layer, and
it goes
gets like, but it gets like hermetically sealed in the toilet water.
It's like when HBO goes, right?
Yeah, dude. It's the fucking wizardry behind pourri is something that will be studied for decades. It does. It creates like a film barrier.
Well, are they going to find out 10 years from now it causes cancer?
Probably. Only if it backsplashes up your butt.
Yeah, but don't give yourself a pourri enema.
Bunch of
You're
rats
all set.
Shitting, and they got cancer from the pourri.
Chris has been just putting the liquid directly into the bidet to where it just fires, straight in his ass.
So to be fair,
damn, Chris, you smell good today.
For the vast majority of my dumps that I take, I'm not masking it. I don't care. You know what I mean? But like as an example, on Saturday, where I'm heading on my vacation, and there's one bathroom for 5 of us in this house. 3 kids, right? And it's like that bathroom just gets fucking worked. And we bring a couple.
Is it like a public bathroom at the beach?
No, it's in the house.
No, I know, but I'm saying you're saying it worked because.
Oh yeah, no, but it gets
because if you don't get to that bathroom at the beach, like the first hour, you're done. You can't use it.
Right. It's true. Yeah, it gets pretty nasty, but like and the thing that sucks about the bathroom at my house I rent in the Cape is that it's so low to the ground, like abnormally low to the ground, where my knees are going up when I'm sitting down on this.
How do you get back up? I mean, I'm old.
I like hold on to the sink, hold on to the tub, and do a pull up. But yeah, I can't wait though. I can't wait to dump in a very confined space.
Yeah. My mother-in-law when she was alive and she's come out here to visit, she would the downstairs bathroom. She'd pull on the. At the time we had a what's it called? Damn, I'm drawing a blank. It's a thing, and then it has just a single piece down. What's it called? It has a name to it. What she was doing was she was pulling herself up from the sink to get up. And I told Cindy, I go, you better tell your mom she's got to stop doing that because the wall behind it is only about.
Oh, you talking like a towel rack?
No, it's not a towel rack. It was the sink. It's called a what the
pedestal sink?
Yes. And I said what she's gonna do is she's gonna
yank
it, and then she's gonna end up flipping out behind her, and she's gonna be hard to get out of there because in fact Jay had to go in there and get her because she had fallen. And
it's a nightmare.
I said I looked at Jay. I said, "You're the closest."
not looking at old people's ass. No.
Yeah, but it's family. You got to do what you got to do. But yeah, I said she's got to stop doing that, and because she's gonna hurt herself and she's gonna rip a giant hole in her walls. That thing's gonna come flying out. Because seriously, it's about this. It's like they said, "Oh crap, we didn't leave enough room for this bathroom. Let's extend it a little into the kitchen." Yeah, who knows.
Sherry adds a little anecdote there real quick. So it's just you have to educate your guests, however, when you're using pourri, not to spray it in the air after they go to the bathroom. You have to spray it on the toilet water before you go to create that poop force field.
Okay, let me put it this way. So what if you got 8 people sharing that bathroom, 3 kids, 5 adults?
Yeah.
What if it's one of those things where you're not going to have time. You're barely going to have enough time to pull down your pants to go.
Well,
you're not going to have time to spray the poopery.
Understandable. You know, I mean, it happens to everybody.
Well, I mean, if you've got like nuclear meltdown poop happening, where like you don't have, I mean, there is an exception.
Jeff
to
Daniels,
all the rules.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, good call. Like that's a different circumstance, and you're gonna approach that situation a little bit different. That is when you employ the multiple courtesy flush. So you should be flushing simultaneous to the explosions happening. And then you like, depending on your plumbing, you might have to like let the reservoir fill up a little bit more, and then give it another one. Like,
a strong, powerful flush.
Yeah, you got to have that the hydro backing, if you will, to try and keep it better for all of your fellow guests and or housemates.
I know I told the story before, but I was at the beach one day. Actually, children's pool in La Jolla, where the sea lions have taken over the beach. But I just had to pee, and this guy is from me. It's like there's one commode, and he's dancing. He's we've all been there, and so I'm peeing, and he kept knocking on the door. Can you hurry it up? I got a situation here. I have a situation here. He's banging on the thing. I'm peeing. I'm trying not to laugh. After I said, I go, just go in here. Mm. He looked, I can't do that. And then he's just banging on the thing.
Yeah, I said, what? There's nothing worse than having to take a shit on a porta potty.
Yeah. This wasn't a porta potty. This was this is a beach bathroom. Yeah, porta potties are the worst.
Any hot environments, it's gonna be terrible. I remember one time I was back when I was in high school. I couldn't make it back to my parents' house. I was like, it just ain't happening. Like, I mean, he had to go. I just pulled over, just dropped the trowel, and I actually had a cop. Like, you all right? I'm like, gotta go, man.
You said, sorry, I don't have any poopery.
Like, I am now.
I had to go.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be just fine in a second. But
I dropped about 3 pounds, feeling a lot better. Yeah. Yeah.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. Luckily, it was night. It was night, so I mean, at least no one could, just like see the guy out in the middle of the street.
At least if you were in a parade, if you're at a parade, you could go behind the horses and just poop, right?
I would.
I mean, couldn't you do it? People wouldn't pay attention.
Right in those little the little pouch where the hangs below their asses.
You
something like that, maybe like Paul Newman did and Butch Cassidy Sundance Kid. Just hold on, boop, 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 boop.
Or you could do what our presidents and ex-presidents do. They just shit their pants. No big deal.
Yeah, wearing a diaper.
Isn't that why they're having a break during the debate? Because
Probably.
It's like,
they both have to change their depends.
Their depends.
Isn't that the weirdest debate? No audience. It's 90 minutes. There's other just weird rules. You're like, what the fuck is this? It's not even a debate.
Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely not suited for Donald Trump. Because he's not going to get that visual or audible momentum that he uses. He's not going to get that.
He's not going to get that crowd pumping. Yeah.
He's gonna sound like a fucking idiot, and Biden's gonna sound like a fucking idiot too. But
what they have to do with Biden is they have to pump him up with what they pump him up to get him through an hour and a half. Whatever it is.
Like, whatever you got to do, make it happen.
If he can come across coherent.
He will.
He'll be all right, but we know he's not. But I'm just saying, it just.
I think I don't know. We very rarely do we get super political on this show.
No, we're not really debating it now. Just talking about a debate.
I think the incompetence side of like Biden is way overblown.
I didn't say incompetent. I said
no, but people do think that though. People think he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
I think he has dementia.
I think I think 2020.
He has it because obviously we've had relatives and parents and it's obvious, and but it's like another 4 years might kill him. To be honest with you, I mean the job is demanding, but again, it is what it is. And
Trump fucking passed out in mid interview earlier today or yesterday.
Oh, did he?
With what the fuck is that? Like that Newsmax?
Yes,
the Newsmax, that network that popped up out of nowhere. He was being interviewed on a news.
I don't watch it. I
haven't watched the news in
He
forever.
fucking passed out in the middle of an interview.
Really?
Yeah, he's not good.
Again, these guys are too old.
They're too old.
Very.
And I
They're just
remember.
They're like a dictator that just won't die.
Right.
And just keeps going on and on.
I think that's one of the things that really pissed me off after Obama, because I remember when Obama was then going like, thank God, like no more boomers, like no more boomers. And then who'd we get? We got Trump and Clinton. We got Trump and Biden. It's like, God damn it. Just
right.
I think it is because I don't think people want the job.
Yeah, you have to be insane.
I mean, look,
I've said that many times. You have to be insane.
I mean, how many Republicans ran? I mean, usually, like we still have the conventions coming up, and you know, I mean, it ended once it got to South Carolina.
Yeah.
Everyone else said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, really, this is all. It just amazes me. This is all.
It's a fucked up place, man.
I don't think because you know you're investigated from day one.
Yeah,
the other side's going to try and find everything they can just to knock you down instead of working. It's just.
I think I've said that on here. Like, you know, you have to be insane to want to be president, not only just because you're president, but because your life is over from that moment on.
It is.
You know, you can never drive a car again. You can never, like, there's so many things you'll never be able to do again. And it's like, why?
Again, I think that's why old people are running and not young people, because you sit there and go, okay, I'm 75. What the fuck do I
got shit to do?
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to talk politics, but
I was gonna say about the air freshener though, like one of my
back to the shit talk. Let's go.
Yeah, well, not the shit talk, but when I think of air fresheners, I think of one of this young lady that I dated a long time ago. She's known me for a long time, and when I bought this house,
and she knew you stink.
Yeah, no, but so for as long as I've known this person, I've always gotten the clean linen air fresheners because they're subtle. They're not like, oh, there's pine. Like it's a subtle, nice smell.
Why does it smell like fucking Christmas in August?
Right. Yeah. So I don't get that. Yeah. So I get clean
car smell.
And she brought her new boyfriend to want to see my house, and so
wait. You used to date her, but she brought her new boyfriend to see you.
Well, it had been a long time, and they were coming through town, and they wanted to see the house,
and she wanted to rub it in your face.
Yeah. What it was. I mean, this is a long time ago, but this was what makes me laugh is that when she walks in, she smells the air freshener and she's like, "Man, the house already smells like clean linen." But like she was gonna say smells like you, but she didn't want to
make her boyfriend feel embarrassed.
So like, how do you know his scent? You're like, how do you know what he said? So it was just.
Well, he didn't know that you guys used to date.
Probably not. Because it's been so long
I would have said something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm an asshole,
dude. That's what makes me laugh when I think about the air freshener.
We used to put air fresheners in the air conditioner, the vents.
Yeah,
and so it just go like just smell throughout the house. But yeah, it's technology. I don't know if they still have those things, the plastic things. You used to crack it open and have like jelly in it or whatever. And,
I've seen those. Yeah, not recently, but yeah.
Yeah, eventually they would just disintegrate.
Right.
Then you forget about it. It'd be sitting there with dust.
It's just a dried up piece of plastic.
And you go
in the corner.
Oh fuck! This thing's been dry for like a year. I guess I should replace it.
Right.
But yeah, you're talking about shit stinking. My grandkids the last couple of days. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I go, what are we feeding these kids? It smells. I go, don't touch, because first thing they want to do is they want to touch their pee-pee because it's free, and they pee. No, leave your move your hands. I got their legs up like this. I'm trying to get the wipes out, and the wipes. You've probably never dealt with this. When you get to be an adult, an old man, I'm trying to get the wipe. I mean, Chris probably knows this. You're trying to get the wipes out.
I know the process. I just don't do it.
And I did it today. I was like, God damn it! I'm screaming. I can't get this shit is all over the butt. I can't get the goddamn wipes. I'm flicking it. Then you get like 10 of them instead of one. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And then you wipe their butt. And it's just like
struggle's real.
And my youngest grandson, he once he gets the diaper off, he wants to turn. He's like, I go, no. And I'm trying to, but I don't want to break his leg. So I'm trying to. Here's a toy. Here's this to try and get him to lay flat so I can put the diaper on. I'm too old for this shit. I'm just old. I shouldn't be doing this anymore.
Yeah, like just speaking of getting old. So before I went to Malaysia, I bought a brand new pair of tennis shoes because my ones I wore were just, I knew they weren't going to be successful there. So I bought some, and then the day before and the day of, I felt like maybe I was rubbing a blister on the back of my heel because they're new shoes, and I was like,
Or maybe you caught something in Malaysia.
no. I mean, this is before I get to Malaysia.
Oh,
But,
okay. I'm sorry.
But I noticed that while I was there, that like every now and then I just get a little, in my heel. I'm like, oh, I must be getting a blister. And then, but and then now as I've been back for a week and a half or so, I actually think a little bit of my Achilles tendon has, just not completely detached, but a little bit of it, because like every now and then I'll just get like a little, what is that, and then and I've already been looking, I've already been Googling it, and it said that unless it's severe pain, don't worry, it should reattach. Now, but it's just
but be careful, because I thought I tore mine, but it turned out I had a blood clot.
Holy shit!
So and because I was like going, because Cindy and I went to Vegas, and I was working out while she was at the beach. I hadn't worked out in a while, and I'm doing.
But man, I mean, mine's like right here on the heel.
That's where it was, and then it went up to, it was in the ankle area.
Oh,
and then my second one was up here, my thigh. But yeah, it was. Now I take blood thinners all the time because I'm susceptible to them. But yeah, I thought it was Achilles, and my daughter goes, "You should go to the doctor. That doesn't sound right." I go.
Well, how did they determine it's a blood clot though? Like, how did they...
I had to take. They X-rayed something to see if it was Achilles, and I had this really good nurse practitioner. I think they're much better than doctors. She did some extra research. She basically saved my life because she did extra work on it. And she goes, "Oh," she called me, "You have a blood clot."
Damn.
And
Jesus
so
Christ.
I remember when you had the blood clot. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, if I, those things you can't mess around with.
No.
It was probably because I was flying a lot because my dad was dying. So I was going out to help taking care of him, flying back and forth. That's what they think developed. But now they don't know, because because I was only supposed to get it once. The medicine was supposed to take care of it. Now I've gotten another one. And so it is what it is.
Yeah. I had an old injury from college. I can
your hand from drinking.
Exactly how it happened. Oh, I was drinking heavily on that day, and a buddy of mine showed up at our house. And there's a parking lot across. Like, my house is like on this road, and like across the street was a parking lot, and he parked his car out there, a big piece of shit junker car, and he was unexpectedly visiting. I got real excited because I was hammered. I hadn't seen the dude forever. So I ran out wearing my flip-flops, and I ran up and jumped on top of his car, and then I jumped off of it and like did like a some idiot move in the air, and I landed wearing flip-flops on the pavement, and I believe I fractured, or like a hairline fracture of my heel that day, and it fucking hurt like a son of a bitch. Fast forward to, like, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years later, I wake up in my apartment with my wife, or actually my girlfriend at the time, my now wife.
Get it right.
Yeah. And then I fucking got out of the bed, and I could have sworn that somebody was outside my neighborhood looking through my window with a gun, and fucking shot me in the ankle, because the extreme pain.
Oh, you ruptured it.
No, the extreme pain. This is 5 years post injury. Oh. The extreme pain that I had in my ankle, I put like a feather's weight on my foot, and it felt like somebody shot me in the ankle. It was the most excruciating pain.
Worse than sitting on your own balls?
Oh, nah. Nut 11. Never forget those. But no, I ended up having plantar fasciitis.
Oh, okay.
Which is similar to a ruptured or a slight torn Achilles. So the injury that I had in my foot, when the bone...
There's nothing to do but rest, right?
Well, there's a couple of options, right? The bone on the heel, when you have a fracture and your bones heal, they almost expand a little bit, right? So it's like it grew out. So essentially, what was happening is that your Achilles tendon, and those tendons start literally behind your knee, right? And they go all the way down. They kind of wrap around the back of your heel, and when you have those injuries, like essentially like this is my heel, right, and this is the tendons, and they're like rubbing on that bone growth, that bone spur, and it's causing the pain because those tendons are rubbing. So there's two things you do. You stretch the shit out of your fucking Achilles. I had to for 6 months I had to wear a boot to sleep that kept my foot like this, essentially stretching all the tendons out underneath my arm or underneath my leg.
That must have been a lot of fun.
Sucked. And I was a sales guy on the road too, so I was like hobbling around in Boston with these fucking braces.
So sorry for me. Buy something.
Because the alternative is that what they can do is they can shave down the bone.
The bone, yeah.
Which is like an 8-month recovery because they have to detach the Achilles, pull it back and up, and then shave the bone, and then reattach it. And it's like the podiatrist I went to was like, dude, listen, like we can do this for you if you want. He goes, I wouldn't do it though, because you're literally going to be out of commission for 8 months. You won't be able to put any weight on your foot. And I was like, fuck. So every once in a while, it creeps back in, and I can feel it coming on too. I'm like, you get that slight little tinge. Nick, when you said I had that slight little tinge in my foot, that's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah,
because I know when it's coming, and once I feel it, there's no stopping it. It's like I have to like stop what I'm doing, go get that brace, put it on immediately, and stretch out my foot, my tendons.
I know I broke my foot. I finished making the ice, and the hockey players, of course, they get on there right away and have to start shooting the puck right away. And one of the guys shot a puck and hit me in the foot. And I'm like, God damn motherfucker. I'm like going, and I go, could you come here so I can kick your ass? I was so I just figured it was sore. About a month later, I'm coaching, and we scored a goal. And I ran and jumped off the bench, went, yeah. Well, my foot went snap. It snapped the rest of the way. So I owned my own business back then, so I had to go to work the next day. And I'm just dragging my foot along. My cousin who was working with me finally comes in. I go, I gotta go. I went to the doctor. My doctor, he took X-rays. He goes, yeah, you gotta. But this is a special bone, so you need to go to a specialist. Call the specialist, and they go, yeah, it's gonna be like 3 months before we get you. And I go, my foot is broken. I go, if you wait 3 months, you're just gonna have to break it again, right? Yeah, I go. They said, "Well, come in when we have some open." And it was like at the end. I sat there for like 6 hours. They finally did it. So I had the cast for like 6 months, whatever it was, and it was all worn out because I was coaching still. So I'd have to walk across. It was almost all worn out on the bottom. Then they gave me the boot, and so I had the boot for another 3 months. Then they said I had to go in and get probably pins put in it.
Damn.
And I said, "Fuck that! I'm not doing that." And like you, every now and then, my foot will hurt, and it's like, okay, when I jump, or I don't jump anymore, but if I would do something, I always landed on my right foot, not my left foot. So I wouldn't. But every now and then, it's like, okay, it's going to hurt for a couple of days because, the way it healed up. But it was like, it sucks. Don't ever get old, people.
Right. Yeah. And, Chris and I, especially, we're in that age range now. Like basically, it's like 35 through 55. Really 50, but 55 still. You're saying I'm out of there. Well, like my oldest friend that I've known, he tore.
You talking about how old is his friend?
I mean, as in like he's my age, but I've known him the longest. I've known him since I was 3.
Okay. Because I was going to say I'm not your oldest friend.
No, actually not.
As far as age,
well, I mean, like my oldest isn't. He's been my friend the longest amount of time.
Okay, I got it. Okay, now I don't feel so bad.
He tore his ACL in high school, like our sophomore or junior year, and then he got a staph infection in that same knee.
Oh fuck!
And then he ended up basically he was out of commission for like a year and a half of his life, where he couldn't even walk. And now they've told him that because he was waking up in just a shit ton of pain, like a lot, like maybe 6 months ago or 8 months ago or so. And he called me and was telling me, but he's like, yeah, because I have nothing left in my knee. It's just bone on bone. He goes, but they told me I'm too young to have knee replacement surgery. So really? I have to deal with it for the next 10 years of my life.
Because it only lasts because I had the same thing when I had shoulder surgery. They go, we really should replace it, but you're too young. I go, I'm too young. He goes, yeah, if you, because I think I was I was 49, 50 when I had it done, whatever it was, 48. They said, you'll be here in 10 years to have to do it again.
Yeah.
I said, oh, okay. Yeah. So I was too young to have it
Right.
done. So I'm like, so now I'm like, it took so long to recover from just the surgery, like a year. I said, there is no way I'm going to fuck it. I'll just deal with the pain. There's no way I'm going to.
Well, that's just what blows my mind is that, there's no other solution until you get to a certain age. Is like aside from just taking like cortisone shots all the time in your fucking knee. And it's just, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, if it's bone, but I'm supposed to be something that eventually is going to snap. They go, okay, eventually there's something's going to snap and it's going to roll up. And just come to the doctor and we'll take care of it. I go,
shit.
I go, what? they go, yeah, we can't do it now, but if it snaps, so I don't do a lot of throwing, and I don't.
Yeah. Speaking of snapping, we should probably snap and take a commercial break.
All right.
Welcome to Ramblecast ASMR.
Yeah. I actually have a friend who does that for a living.
Get the fuck out! Really?
Yeah. Huh. She's actually I met her at Comic-Con. Me and Jana were standing outside a restaurant, and she started talking to us, and she ended up just being a delight.
Was she your oldest friend?
No.
Okay.
She hot?
She just got married, actually.
Really?
Way to avoid the question.
You didn't say she's hot or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's attractive. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She's real smart.
Now, people listening to that thinking, "Wow, Nick's a gentleman.
Yeah,
Nick's a pretty classy guy." But if you're watching it, you're gonna think
he's an asshole.
Nick's a pig.
Anyway, so for anyone wondering about this week's episode picture behind Jack or the episode image. So Jack and I have both watched this documentary. It's only an hour and a half long called
I'm not finished yet.
Jack's not finished it, but it's called Remembering Gene Wilder. And if anyone is a Gene Wilder fan, it's definitely worth a watch.
Now, be honest, I put this up before I even knew about it.
That's true. But when you did that, I was like, oh, you should watch that because it hasn't been out that long. But it is good. I felt it could have actually been another half hour longer to give a little bit more meat to it. But it's good.
It's fascinating. I mean, he was an interesting guy. And how he became an actor and how he met Mel Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
right place at the right time.
Right place, right time. And he was so talented. And
I did not know that about Young Frankenstein, that it actually was Gene Wilder. I always thought it was a Mel Brooks idea, and that blew my mind in the documentary. That
I always thought that till like a year ago. Then I heard something about it. I said, I didn't know that. I always thought it was Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks directed it, though, right?
He directed, yeah. Basically, from what you get from the documentary is after Blazing Saddles, his agent said, you're too smart just to be an actor. Yes, they did. You're too smart. You need to start writing and directing because
it was a guy that he met him.
Yeah, and that guy became his agent. Yeah, and
his California agent.
Yeah, his California agent, right? So he just sat down and started writing Young Frankenstein, and he had a few scenes written out and a few sequences. And once he felt he had enough, he went to Mel Brooks, who, like Randy just said, they had just finished Blazing Saddles, and he said, "Hey, I've got an idea for a movie, and I want you to direct it, and I want you to help me write some of these scenes that I've got ideas for." But only on one condition, that you can't be in it. And,
I like that he wasn't the original choice in Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, I knew that. I think that's fairly commonly known.
Yeah, he was that drunk actor. The guy was just a drunk, and so it worked out perfect. I mean, he was Gene Wilder's perfect in that movie. Perfect in both. I mean, it's just like
perfect. Yeah, exactly.
They're both great movies, but I like the part with Marty Feldman. He was watching Marty Feldman in some kind of comedy hour show, and that's when he wrote the part for Igor.
Yeah, the Igor. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, no, it wasn't Foster Brooks. You're dating yourself, Randy. I'm sure these kids podcasting with me don't know who Foster Brooks is.
Nope.
See, Chris is already saying no. He was the guy. He always played a drunk, like the Dean Martin roasts.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm better with
any
faces
show he's
than I
on,
am names. So
any show he was on, he played a drunk.
A drunk. Huh.
And he was very good at it.
But yeah, it is a good documentary. You know, it's sad what happened to him towards the end. But I think he had a very great life. I think he was happy with his life. You know, like a lot of artists, you know, they kind of start off a little bit rough, but then find who they are, and you know, and they end up being pretty happy. I liked it. And then the other documentary I just finished up watching before we recorded this. It was called Brats on Hulu.
That's on my list to do. It's
not what you think it is. I was hoping it was going to be like an 80s nostalgia about the Brat Pack. It's not. I'm not saying it's not worth watching, but it's.
Well, it's Andrew McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy. And I knew that Andrew McCarthy had a lot of trouble with alcoholism, especially in the late 80s and early 90s. And I think a lot of this is him soul searching about his struggles with that fame. Even though he does interview a lot of people from the Brat Pack, it's very short sequences and like what their opinion of that label was to them. And some of them are actually quite good, and some are kind of like, oh, that's weird. I think the best one by far is Rob Lowe, which is towards the end. Rob Lowe really sets him straight about what a blessing it is, whereas in like Andrew McCarthy always thought of it as a negative. You know, it's like, you know, these people try to put me in a box, you know, and I'm not really an actor and all this. And so it's interesting to hear
Well, Rob Lowe survived a lot of negative publicity. I mean, obviously with the two young girls, underage girls, and he was able to still keep going. He was just one of those guys that it didn't faze him.
Right. And that's how I looked at it too, is like you see which actors who didn't make it past the 80s, and what their opinions are versus the ones like Rob Lowe and Demi Moore and like what they think of it. And it's different things because they could push past it.
Well, he interviewed. I saw the part where he interviews the guy that came up with the Brat Pack.
Yeah, that's at the very end.
He was hanging out with all the and he goes, they were so a couple of them were so bitter towards it.
Yeah,
you know, the label, and it just he goes, and the guy's like going. Basically, whatever.
He owns up to it. He goes, in my opinion, he goes, I needed a title. He goes, and I heard a guy say, you know, he goes, they called, because we were at dinner, he goes, and we were eating so much food, they called us the Fat Pack, you know? Yeah. And so I goes, that's a clever title. And so I just called you the Brat Pack because it made sense. And he goes, I look back in hindsight and I can see, talking to Andrew McCarthy, I see where you're coming from as a negative. But I goes, to me, it was a catchy phrase. And I think, and I can't remember which actor it is. But what if instead of them being 23, 22 years old actors taking that as a negative, what if they just would have owned it instead and been like, yeah, I'm a fucking member of the Brat Pack.
What's his name? Mighty Ducks. What's his name?
Yeah, Emilio Estevez.
Emilio Estevez. He didn't like it.
Yeah, because he was the one that started it. The article was originally supposed to be about Emilio Estevez, and he is the first person that gets interviewed in the very first part of the documentary, and he's probably the weirdest of them all in terms of, you can see that he even says that. He goes, I've turned down every single person who's ever wanted to talk about the Brat Pack. He goes, because it's in the rearview mirror. I don't want to live in the past. He goes, but because you asked and you're a member of the Brat Pack, I'm doing this. But you can even see he's still a bit defensive. Like, I don't want to talk about it.
Right. I personally, because I remember that time and I'm like going, what do you care? You're young, you're making lots of money, you're doing something obviously you love to do. I would think, there's always a negative being in the public eye, you know, being hounded and stuff like that. But
well, I think it's especially at the end where you're talking about the guy who wrote the article, you know, like, it was unfair to Andrew McCarthy, I guess, in some ways, in that he actually went to college to study acting. Whereas in someone like Emilio Estevez, you know, nepotism got him in.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know, look at Tom Cruise, who wasn't part of the Brat Pack, but, you know, he was in A Christmas Carol and all of a sudden he's in fucking Top Gun. You know, like, I mean, yeah, he did a couple things before that. It's like, but how do you...
The Outsiders.
Yeah, but like, how do you get to all of a sudden your meter, what the word is, like, but they just rose to fame so fast, without really any schooling.
Well, they grew up. I mean, Rob Lowe grew up next to Estevez, Charlie Sheen, and he grew up with them. And so, because he knew when he did The West Wing, he knew Martin Sheen. And part of Rob Lowe's problem with the West Wing why he left, because it was supposed to be originally about him.
About him, yeah.
Yeah, but it turned out a lot better because it wasn't just about him. But yeah, All the Right Moves was a great movie.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I always felt that
Craig T. Nelson.
Yeah, I always felt the one that came out when Chris and I were graduating high school, Varsity Blues, was kind of like a remake of All the Right Moves. It was in that same vein.
Varsity Blues was actually like a comic book version of Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure Varsity Blues came out before Friday Night Lights.
Not the book.
Not the book. Okay.
Yeah, so Friday Night Lights, the movie came out with was it Al Pacino? I think it did that movie. But Friday Night Lights.
Which one?
No. That's a different movie.
No, that's Any Given Sunday. Sorry.
Any Given Sunday. Yeah.
It was what's his name? He's Angelina Jolie's is John Voight.
Voight. Yeah, thank you.
Well,
he's Varsity Blues. That's Varsity Blues.
Yes.
Anyways, but I can't verify this, but we'll Google it. Someone can Google it. Matt Treese in the chat probably knows.
Where is Matt Treese? We're stumbling along here, and he's not.
I'm pretty sure that Varsity Blues was actually an adaptation of Friday Night Lights, the book.
Oh, okay.
And then they made Friday Night Lights, the movie,
with
the show. Yeah.
And then
the movie is what's his name? Who was married to Angelina Jolie?
Billy Bob
Thornton. Wasn't he the coach?
That's right. You're
right. and not the coach.
It's true.
In the show Friday Night Lights that Jay would refuse to watch. He didn't like the shaky camera.
I mean, I could agree with that. I mean, to an extent, because it's like Cloverfield was. Like, I don't mind a shaky cam every now and then, but if you just do it all the time, it's like, dude, I get it. Move on. I still want to watch a film.
I love Friday. I probably should do a rewatch of Friday Night Lights. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I might be completely fucking wrong.
You probably are. You usually are, Chris. We just don't correct you.
Yeah.
We don't want to get punched.
You're okay, Biden.
Fuck you.
And then the other thing. So it was funny. Dennis.
I'm glad you told me about the Wilder thing, because I was always a big fan of his. And
yeah. And I kind of was a little. It's kind of like a lot of documentaries that they tend to leave them on their acting or musical or whatever peak, and they don't talk about the years that they're not making good stuff, because they basically end on Hear No or See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and it's like, well, he did some shit after that too, but
I think it's just time had passed. It's like I always knew that him and Richard Pryor had no off-screen relationship, but on screen they were hilarious. But
really?
Well, they actually, you'll like that part there, Jack. They do talk about that.
I saw that.
No, they talk about it later as well.
Or do they talk about it later?
Yeah, they talk about that like during the 70s movies they made together. Richard was going through his stuff and they didn't really talk, but they just had a great on-screen. He said, but by the time they get to See No Evil, Hear No Evil, they were really close. Said because one, Richard had gone through all of his demons, but at that point he already had multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, they had such great chemistry together.
And it said that his daughter is Richard Pryor's daughter's talking about that movie in particular, how it meant a lot to her dad because Gene helped him through so many scenes because he was the blind guy, and so even when Gene was holding him, you just thought he's helping him because he's blind. But no, but a lot of times because he was really physically impaired because of his stuff. And but it was, you wouldn't know it just from watching it. And it was,
Wow.
There's a movie, I think it's Stir Crazy. The first half is really funny. It's hilarious, but that's where Richard Pryor, when he burned himself.
Mm-hmm.
So there was, I think it's Stir Crazy, because the second half is not funny. And it's when he came back from the burns and, he almost died from it. There was that joke where I don't know if you guys remember these jokes, but you take two matches together. You take a match. Who's this? Richard Pryor running down the street.
Yeah.
Come on, it was funny.
Okay, Randy.
But come on, Richard Pryor probably laughed at those jokes because
no, he had to. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, because it was funny.
I was watching a movie trivia thing on TikTok the other day, and it was about Dazed and Confused.
It's such a great film.
I've only seen it once.
Film. Yeah, and
you haven't seen it once?
No, I saw it once.
Oh,
there's a scene where Ben Affleck was like real. I forgot what the.
Oh yeah, where he actually hurt himself. Yeah,
he fucking broke his ankle.
Yeah.
And like he was so into the role, and he played it off, and he broke his ankle, and he got in the car and drove away. It wasn't like later on that night because he was so hopped up on adrenaline. He actually fucking like broke his foot or his ankle or something.
Yeah, it's when he gets the paint. It's when the paint gets dumped on him when he's trying to paddle a guy. And it's because they're coming off of an incline. Yep. And he's so pumped up that he rolls his ankle. Yeah. And then he's like, that's when he's just like, so jacked up. He's just like, yo, and he just gets in the car and drives off. And it saved the scene because he's in fucking pain.
Well, actually, because I've sprained my ankle, I've never broken it. But as long as you just keep moving, it's okay. It's when you stop and take your shoe off or because it just goes
swell.
Yeah. Swell. Because Tom Cruise, one of the Mission Impossibles, because he does his own stunts.
Yeah.
He jumps across and he's jumping across to the next building rooftop, and they show it. He breaks it, gets up and finishes the scene. But he broke his. I mean, you can see it. It's because any kind of leg injury is hard to watch. It's the whole Joe Theismann thing where he's going one way and his leg is going the other way.
There's another movie where
he tells a funny. It's the funniest story. He's in the hospital. He can't get to the remote. The TV's on, and they just keep showing it over and over and over again. He's like, "Can someone change the channel?"
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a 6. Let's see.
I can't think of it. It'll probably hit me later. But there is another movie where. Oh, it's Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, where Viggo Mortensen, it's in Two Towers, I think, where they think they killed all the hobbits. You have the big burn pile of orcs. Viggo Mortensen kicks a helmet to show his frustration, that they think that the hobbits are dead. But when he kicks the helmet, it's actually, he actually either breaks his toe or he breaks his ankle. He breaks something, though. Yep. So the actual pain that him going like, is actually real because he actually broke it right then.
It's crazy.
I follow this guy on TikTok or YouTube, whatever. I can't remember his name, but he talked about a silent screen actress who had pissed off someone in the crew, and she's wearing this very flammable dress, and he lights a match and throws it on her. Yeah,
attempted murder. Nice.
Well, she did die. She died the next day.
Oh, son of a bitch!
But he doesn't tell you if they ever caught the guy. He just said that someone in the crew and it set her on fire.
Wow.
Holy shit.
That's a happy story.
Yeah. I try to keep people happy here.
And she couldn't even ask for help.
No, because it's a silent movie. Don't break character.
Sorry.
They had to go later on.
Oh, I'm going to hell for that one.
They had the organ playing.
That was the one.
And they had to have the sign flash up. She's burning.
That's what was interesting. I've heard Mel Brooks tell the story of Blazing Saddles twice about the actor that was a drunk, and he told the other one, that made more sense for the documentary about the guy just projectile vomiting. He goes, the first couple of days on set, like I needed him to be a drunk, and here he's just foaming at the mouth, and like all this is like, oh my god, he's perfect. He's like, no, he's fucking hung over his shit. That's why he's doing all this. Like he's. But yeah, I think that guy either did he attempt murder on his because he was married a few times. He was very abusive guy because he was just a nasty drunk. I mean,
Buster Keaton famously broke his neck.
Yeah.
On
It's
the
actually
set and
quite
didn't know it
common.
until years later.
Yeah, I had a fraternity brother. So it was
friend.
over 20 years later. Is his dad. His dad broke his neck playing football, but it just so happened that the bones set back at the right spot.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
they did an X-ray on him 20 years later, and said, "Oh shit, your neck is broken." And they're like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, and it had got enough scar tissue to where it held it in place. But they said, like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to like do emergency surgery to put your neck back, because like if you just would have been hit, just a millimeter or two in one way or the other, you would have died."
Wow.
Holy shit.
That's a happy story.
Yeah, no, we're full.
Well, I
of
guess
them
it has a
tonight.
happy ending. I guess.
Well, I'll tell you, talk about like performing injured. Like you guys have already busted my balls for this before, but I've gotten really into watching wrestling. I think I'm having so much fun with it. It's just
as in like current wrestling.
Yeah, it's like my guilty pleasure. I'm so fucking into it. It's so much fun.
Well, I thought Manifest was enough.
Yeah, no, but there was this event that took place in Clash of the Castles in Scotland, and this major, the title fight was happening, and this dude Damian Priest, who's like 6'4" or 5, and he's just tall fucking dude, was supposed to run and jump over the top rope out of the ring on top of this other guy, but his legs got caught up, and his ankle got caught in a wrapped around ring what do you call it, the ropes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which are, by the way, are just steel cables. Those ropes are just wrapped steel. That's all those things are. But he had his leg got snapped up into the ropes, and the two ropes kind of like crossed over, and he was stuck. And there was a moment where like his opponent had to like break character to make sure he was okay.
Oh,
and it was like, it was fucking scary looking. Like it looked like he just completely destroyed his ankle, and he has mysteriously not like wrestled in the last 2 weeks, making these little spots, like, promo spots or whatever. But it definitely
comes by a little rascal.
Yeah, he got fucking he got messed up, and it was pretty bad to watch. And seeing some of these guys and the girls and what they're doing is like,
oh yeah, even though it's scripted, they're going to get hurt.
Oh my god!
No doubt.
Yeah, it was. I was listening to Pat McAfee. You know who Pat McAfee is, right?
Yeah,
kicker, whatever. He's also
McAfee,
whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, he's also a commentator for WWE. So he does Monday Night Raw.
Dude's making a lot of money. I don't get it. But it's okay.
He was doing an interview with Triple H, and he was saying that back in his rookie year, he got drunk one night and ordered himself a wrestling ring, and it had it delivered and put it together. And he's like, I use it for 5 minutes. He's like, I ran the ropes once. I'll never do it again. He goes, Those ropes fucking hurt. He's like, I dropped a people's elbow in the middle of the ring, and I thought I broke everything.
You're slamming your body on the ground. I mean, that's got to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I'm loving it. It's like my new little thing I do. Watch, Friday night SmackDown, Monday Night Raw, and all the pay-per-view events that we had to like shell out $35 for back when we were kids. They're now all free.
Really?
It's all they stream it all on Peacock.
On the clock.
There's no accessibility issues. You can watch it at any time, which is kind of cool.
1997, I know, was peak wrestling, as in viewership.
Attitude Era.
Yeah, because that's when you had the two competing networks, and you also had the NWO versus the old classic, and there's a lot of stuff.
WCW versus WWE.
Rocky 3 is it really put
it on the map. That's true.
On the map, because you had Hulk Hogan and Mr. T and
Thunderlips.
No,
I mean, I remember the late '80s when wrestling really became a big deal, because you had all the pillows that kids could wrestle with and stretch them and all the wrestling buddies. Yeah, but then it kind of died away for a little while, and then it came back with a vengeance. In the late '90s.
So I watched it religiously as a kid, and I remember when the WWE, they came out with the WWE Network, and it was like an app you could download and stream all the different things. But now it's all available for you on Peacock. the cock.
The cock.
I remember this is probably going back like 7 or 8 years ago. They had like the history of WrestleMania or something, the history of WWE. I forgot what it was. And it was just a documentary
History of the cock.
And I got to watch like all these things of these these characters, these storylines, like the business that I watched as a kid. I'm watching it from in a completely new light, as an adult, the behind the scenes and understand the.
Did they interview the older wrestlers?
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming most since the injuries and of course a lot of steroid use.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of them are messed up.
Well, one of them died yesterday, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Samoan guy. Roman Reigns' father. I don't know if you have anybody you listen to or watch the current wrestlers, but Roman Reigns' father. I forgot he was a part of a tag team. I forgot what they were. Anywho, but but like watching it and seeing it through the lens of today, I found it so fascinating. And then what that then led me to, of course, being on TikTok, I would watch a video about something to do with wrestling, and all of a sudden your For You page is just jam packed with wrestling shit. So I just started consuming more of it and watching more of it. And what got me into watching actual live action, when they're filming on Mondays and Fridays, is that on TikTok, you've got creators who will sit there and do like a split screen and they'll talk about it. Like they're actually having almost like a podcast about the wrestling. And I just got sucked right into it. I'm like, this is just so much fun.
You should be doing your own.
I know, but I will say though, like, the whole controversy with Vince McMahon this past year. I don't know if you had heard about that. Long story short, he's a fucking scumbag. He's out.
Human trafficking, right?
Yeah. It's fucking terrible. Google it. I didn't want to say it out loud. It's that terrible as shit. But Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, is now like in charge of the creative content for WWE, and he's fucking killing it. Like it's the storylines are so great. They're fun, dark. Some are dark. Some are very, happy go lucky. Some are just really fucking weird. And it's like they've done such a great job of revitalizing it. They're equating it to, Nick, as you were mentioning before, that late 90s, like the Attitude Era was the last like peak of WWE. And they're predicting that this is going to surpass that with popularity.
Randy mentions Sunday morning roller derby was a thing back there.
Yeah, I remember watching roller derby.
And that was the only LA team I've ever rooted for because the LA T-Birds. San Diego didn't have a team, so it was the LA T-Birds, and I used to watch that stuff. It would be at night and on Sundays too. I watched that thing, and finally someone said it's fake. I go, fake? What? So once I found out it was fake, it's like I think you had the Bombers, or I think was that the movie with Raquel Welch? I don't know, whatever it was. And then you had the movie with Thunderbirds was LA, but there was another team that was the bad team. They were the bad guys you rooted against. But then there was also what's that movie with James Caan, Rollerball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
it's a good movie.
They made another one. Like 15 years ago?
Yeah, it wasn't
the female. Yeah, it was good. I liked
the
it.
Female one? I thought it was another male one remake.
No. Like Drew Barrymore's in it, and Jimmy Fallon, and but it's pretty good too.
Bay Area Bombers is what he says.
It's not. It's the one the roller skates around the.
Oh,
it's not really a roller, but yeah, it's
roller ball.
Anyway, one thing
we used to do that at the ice rink after hours. We would set up things and use a broom ball that people play broom ball with, and we would play rollerball.
Oh,
just beat the shit out of each other.
Right, that's basically what you do. Yeah.
It was fun.
And Jack's wondering why his fucking tendon's about to snap from his elbow and roll up to his shoulder.
If I could go back in time, I would have taken a little better care of myself. There you go.
All right, Mickey Mantle. Speaking
I don't have the mixed money.
Yeah. Since Dennis just joined us, he and I were on the exact same page this week, and he actually wrote to me privately and said, like, hey, you should recommend these two shows. And I just laughed. I was like, hey, I've already mentioned one of them to Jack, and which was the Gene Wilder documentary. And the other one is on Apple, which is Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal, which is superb.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
Is it good?
It's superb. Yeah, it's only 4 episodes out right now. But it's
Oh,
one
so
of those.
it's a series. I thought it was a movie. So it's a series.
No, it's a series. It was a movie with Harrison Ford. Like
yeah, I remember
forever
that.
ago.
Yeah.
But it's good. Yeah, you'll like it. You really like it. It's one of those that the acting's really good in it. It's definitely every episode kind of leaves you thinking, oh, it could be this guy or it could be that girl. Or you're not. It's one of those.
Marlo Thomas.
Huh?
Marlo Thomas. You said that girl.
Oh yeah.
I know Chris.
It's one of those good murder mysteries to where it's always going to end up being someone that you already are familiar with in the cast, but it's always the least person you suspect. But it's good of misdirection. So I like it.
Yeah, I didn't realize because Cindy wanted to watch it. We just hadn't had time to sit down. I didn't know it was a TV show, so maybe we'll have to watch it this weekend because I'm Dark Matters. I've gotten into Battlestar Galactica because I had to put Dark Matters on the
back burner.
Because those shows, it's funny, shows that are streaming shows, I kind of now wait till they conclude so I can just, watch them as they go. I don't have to, if I want to finish it, I can finish it. If I don't want to finish it, I can wait.
So I've been kind of slowly getting through a couple different shows, but I know I mentioned before The Gentleman. I'm not sure if I had finished it last time we had talked or not, but
I don't think so.
I'm finished with it now. Fucking awesome.
It's on my list.
You gotta watch it.
That's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix. Yeah. It's a really great show. And the acting is great. It's one of those, it's got that Guy Ritchie feel. I mean, it's Guy Ritchie through and through. Right when you think you're out of the shit, you're into a different, bigger ball of shit. Like the type of storylines. They did a really, really great job with the show. And I think that they did it in a way that this could completely be just a one season show. However, they also kind of somewhat set it up that they could expand and do it the second season if they wanted to.
Saturday night.
But definitely check out The Gentleman. I started watching Yellowstone.
Oh, sorry.
No, I love Yellowstone.
I'm kidding, but yeah.
It is like it's a lot. Like
it's a soap opera. It's
it really is. It's like Dallas.
Well, Kevin Costner said he's not coming back.
He's not coming back. Yeah, which is going to be a downer on the last season. But now,
I'm not sure what that means. But
meaning that he's not coming back.
He's not coming back. Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything on this. Okay.
He's like the main character. So
I don't want to allude to any storylines I should know about. But anyways, like it's been
when he sets off the nuclear weapon.
Nice.
And Montana gets.
I think he's just tired. He's tired of shredding his vocal cords every episode.
Yeah,
it's a tough show to watch. It's you can't just kind of like sit.
Really, I found it made me want to move to Montana. Number one,
shot in Wyoming though. I think
is it really
shot in Wyoming?
Oh no, you're right. No, Yellowstone implies it's in Wyoming, but it's shot in
it's Montana. Yeah.
So I got that, and I also started watching another.
Wait. So you don't like it?
No, I didn't say that. It's not something I can sit down and just keep watching over and over. Like I can't
you can't binge it.
I can't binge it. Yeah. It's like I got to take a break from it after an episode's over.
What's the other show?
Okay. I forgot the name of it, but it stars Walter White.
Oh,
the lawyer, the judge.
2 seasons, yeah, the judge. Yeah, the judge.
Cindy tried it and she didn't like it.
I started watching it. I think I watched the majority of the first episode at this point. Oh, look at that! Torres Achilles dances Wills.
Your Honor.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. It's Your Honor. It's fuck, man. The first episode was tough to watch as well. It's just fucking gross. There's the premise of the show is this judge's son essentially kills a mob boss's kid in a car accident, and it was like, dude, they didn't hold back with the accident, and it was fucking disgusting. I was like, oh god, I mean,
maybe that's why Cindy stopped, because she said, yeah, it's just not for me.
I mean, I get it. It probably, I mean, you can't have a show with Walter White and not have it be good. The premise is good. I'm not going to give up on it, but
because she was watching, so I go, wait, what happened to the judge thing? And Your Honor, and she goes, I couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
Because she watches shows without me and then goes, then she goes, I know you'd like this show. Maybe you should watch it.
Yeah, she likes that fancy British shit.
There's a Theismann like injury in that show that made me almost throw up a little bit. But
nice.
I always think of Major League 2 when the coach, because he had a heart attack and he's in the hospital bed, and then they get him a little earpiece so he can listen to the game what's on, and then on the TV in the hospital they've got British stuff on, and he's just like shit, and then the nurse will look at him, he's like, this British stuff's just. It's really intense, and then at the end of the movie, they hit a home run.
He may run like Mays.
Yeah, Pedro hits a home run. And he jumps away. He's like, "Yeah, baby, big knock!" And they're trying to get him to calm down because he hard takes. Like, I love this British shit. I may move to England.
I love this British shit.
Yeah. That's awesome. So that's what when you say you're watching Bridgerton, that's what I imagine in my.
I'm not watching.
Give him the heater, Ricky.
Give him the heater. Yeah. So
I like when he pisses on Dorn's contract.
Right. For real.
Just pees on it. That's great.
no unnecessary calisthenics.
Oh yeah.
If you guys didn't know, my alma mater won the College World Series on Monday. So
yeah, I saw that. There was a close play at home.
That's probably one of the most interesting base slide avoidance tags I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know how the catcher missed him.
Yeah, it was weird, but
yeah, good play, smart.
It was getting tense, man, because we were winning 6-1, and then they came back, and it's like, son of a bitch. But yeah, we pulled it out. So,
well,
I just found out.
Sometimes it's good to pull it out.
Yeah, true.
I might be heading down. Not might be. I'm pretty 99.9% sure I'm heading down to Nashville in September.
Nice.
Gonna go see My Morning Jacket.
Oh.
And Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats.
Would that be at Bridgerton or Bridgestone?
Is that an outdoor amphitheater?
No. I forget what
Bridgerton.
the outdoor. Yeah, I forget what the outdoor theater is now. If Will Fry was here, he could tell you. Because there used to be a really good.
He's having a good time at a comedy store, comedy
show. Yeah. There used to be a really good one in Nashville. And they tore it down and then rebuilt another one that's an all outdoor venue. I have not been to that one.
Outstanding.
It will be the Ascend Amphitheater.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't know.
Oh, fuck me. They're playing both nights?
Will is laughing tonight.
Yeah.
Randy, what are you still doing awake?
Yeah, exactly.
It's 10:37, Randy. Go to sleep.
We must have done our job tonight. Actually well. Argued about enough stuff to where he liked it. Not Legos, not Star Wars.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than Battlestar Galactica, I finished the boxing episode tonight.
Yeah, that's another hated episode.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not my favorite. It's kind of like Starbuck and Apollo, blah 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 blah.
And then they don't knock each other out. It's just like
no,
I missed you too.
Yeah. Trying to think of an email to send. That's what Randy's doing.
Oh, nice.
Do we have any emails?
No. Not that I checked when we started. I'll check again. Yes. And then the Bear will be back tonight. So
tonight it comes back. It's tonight?
Well, it's technically tomorrow.
I've been trying to get my wife to watch this,
but
for like 2 months. I go, you will like it, and once I tell her she'll like something, she won't watch it. Except
and she'll watch it and be like, and then she'll be like, "Oh, my friend from I said this so good.
I watched this sooner."
Yeah. I said the Bear. It's intense. It's got some comedy to it. I go, the acting is amazing. I go.
Oh, see, Matt. Yeah, Matt said already watched the premiere before this. Yeah.
I go, you would love it. You would love it. And she goes, nope.
Thank you, Matt. So it's funny because we're talking about Gene Wilder earlier. I saw a clip today of Jeremy Allen White, as well as Io. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm not going to butcher it. The girl, the lead woman in the show.
What show?
From Boston, by the way. The Bear.
Ding.
they were on the what do you call it? The red carpet doing this event, and I swear to God, for the first 4 seconds, I actually thought
Oh, he
it
looks
was
just
a clip. I thought it was a
he
clip
looks
of
just like
Gene
him.
Wilder.
Yeah, he looks.
I swear to Christ, I could have sworn
There's
it was.
a
Gene
meme
Wilder.
there's a meme
Yeah.
going around where they say it's hard to believe this was his grandfather or something like that.
Right.
And
People-
actually, I looked it up. I said, okay, he does look like him, but I guess there's no relation, right?
Yeah, people actually got mad when Timothy Chalamet or whatever his name is got cast in the Wonka film because they really wanted him to be a young Gene Wilder because he looks just like him, but he doesn't have the star power yet to.
Yeah, it's uncanny, dude. Like
Yeah.
I actually thought it was him for like legitimately for like a couple of seconds. And I was like, well, wait a minute, he's dead first. But yeah, fucking
Is he?
awesome.
Sherry goes, Jack, you will like Lord of the Rings. Okay, now go watch it. Well, I've seen the first episode all the way through and half of the second one, and I fell asleep. So I did give it a try. There's a difference. Sorry, you lose.
Ooh, Trent Reznor to the music for the Bear. I think he did the first season too, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know. Well, this is the third season now.
The third season?
Or yeah, I think he's been doing the music for a while for the show.
Well, that episode with his family, the Thanksgiving.
The Feast of the
Christmas.
10 Fishes,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
That is probably one of the best episodes of television.
Well, they're back to back. I mean, to me, like, because that episode is so uncomfortably tense,
Yes.
and then followed by the cousin episode,
Yeah.
which is so good because up until that point, most of the audience has a love-hate relationship with cousin, and then
That's more of a hate.
yeah, exactly. But I'm saying, but that one is the one. It's kind of like that's the one where people make the argument about Ted Lasso.
Yep.
Whereas like that's the one where I'm like, yes, I see it now because he has always looked at the best of every person in that kitchen and what they can be. And in that one, cousin finally gets his respect.
Yeah, yes.
And
Well, to be fair, he fights it for so long.
yeah,
He won't conform.
yeah.
And I think the death of his friend too is, and he wasn't left the restaurant and everything. I don't want to spoil people. You haven't seen it, but it's better than Lord of the Rings.
One of the craziest scenes that show, and I'll never forget. It was the point where I was like, "This show is fucking hysterical." It was when they're serving food at the birthday party.
You're right. You drugged
everyone. They drugged up the kids inadvertently.
The kids, right? There's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the kids got knocked out. It was fucking amazing.
I've always loved Oliver Platt, and that's so him. That's so him. We're just like
he's great in the
cool.
West Wing.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much good in everything he's ever done. It doesn't really work.
Three Musketeers, baby.
Three Musketeers, exactly. Like he's always been funny. I mean, because to me, I thought he was probably the best character in Three Musketeers. Really, he's the.
I used to confuse him with the other actor on Murphy Brown. The guy died. Was it Murphy Brown's painter or something like that?
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you remember Murphy Brown.
I do.
But even like in one of my favorite movies from like 2006, I think, which was Chef with the John Favreau wrote it and directed it.
Well, yeah, Eldon Bernanke.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Chris, I've been trying to figure out who you look like tonight. And you look like no, he looks like former governor of Florida, Bush.
Jeb Bush. Damn,
Jeb Bush.
Dude. Why don't you just fucking shoot him in the face and just say I hate you?
It's the glasses and the way the light's shining on you and your hair. You look like
fuck.
You look like Jeb
Them's
Bush.
fighting words. Yeah, exactly. Let's cut the camera off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been bugging me for like a half hour ago.
Jack, you know what
This
you look
looks
like tonight? You're on me that fucking thing from earlier this episode, a big piece of shit.
I said last week
Jeb
after watching,
Bush.
I was watching something. I said I look a little like Jabba the Hutt.
Jeb Bush. Get the fuck out of here.
It's the glasses and the hair. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if I sent it to you, Chris, or not, but they're coming out in the fall. Lego's coming out with
We're losing
Jabba's
Randy.
sales barge again for the first time in a long time, and
Really?
Disney did away with all slave Leias. Like they don't want to ever make that figure again.
Because it's not politically correct.
Yeah, right. So, but they are going to make another slave Leia minifig for the sales barge. However, she is no longer referred to as slave Leia. It's now Hutt Slayer Leia.
Oh, Hut Slayer. Nice.
Hut Slayer Lake.
I like it. It's
Yeah.
empowering and it's equally badass.
Yeah. So I just thought it's still the same costume and all that. But it just made me laugh. But yeah, like, I have the last one they made, so I don't know if I'll buy this one unless it's the collector series where it's just huge. Then I might get it. But
I doubt they're going to do that.
yeah, Slut Slayer.
How do I add a picture? Let's see. Oh, I didn't want to do that.
You should watch. I mean, I don't know, Jack. I mean, Lord of the Rings to me is
I've tried.
it's so damn good.
It's all right.
Jack, are you about to pull up a picture of fucking Jeb motherfucking Bush right
Bush,
now?
yeah.
No, I would not do that. But how do you put
side to side with Chris? Yeah,
how do you put a picture up?
best produced podcast ever.
I've never claimed that.
Matt,
Well, we have some patrons we'd like to thank for.
No, we're
sticking
getting
with
that
us.
Jeb Bush leg up here.
And
I know how to do
email
this.
here is what the fuck's your email? Ramblecast@gmail.com.
that's wrong.
No.
Yep, it's RCAD.
Oh right,
Cast.
RCAD cast at like no what the
Gmail.
fuck I don't.
Wait, you're implying that? Yeah, exactly. You do not have a turtleneck. You know, turkey neck. Turkey neck. Doesn't have
I'm
turkey
saying
neck.
it's the
No.
glasses though. The glasses, and I just maybe I'm wrong.
Damn.
I think you're high, dude.
I
Like
think
my
I
nose.
think
I have a regular nose. He's got like a fucking hook nose.
this is an older picture of him. I could get a younger picture of him.
No, you don't have to. It's okay.
I mean, he's gonna cry himself to sleep tonight.
I feel bad. I feel all right. I'll change it.
It's like
Change it.
it's like if I showed you a picture of an uncircumcised penis, Jack, and said, "Hey, it looks like you."
I'd be like, yeah, you're probably right.
No,
I don't. Another asshole in the chat here, just catching up. When do we get Jeb Bush and Jabba the Hutt in the same chat?
yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, I'm past the age where things like this. I just don't.
Mm.
You know, I've been arguing with people on.
Ooh.
I don't know if you saw the play. It was Blue Jays. Justin Turner's he's stealing the base. He would have been out. His helmet falls off, wedges it between him and the bag. The shortstop goes to tag him and hits the helmet, and they ruled him safe. I said, "This is a bullshit." I go, "This is a bullshit rule." I go, "They should change it." I go, "It's his helmet. It's his responsibility." And this one guy's just going on. He's making these stupid analogies. I go, "What does that have to do with the helmet?"
It's not a tag.
But he's only reason he's safe is because the helmet got in the way.
Hey, man.
Foreign object.
There it is.
It's
Like,
interference.
so in fairness, I mean, I have never seen this play. It's the first I'm hearing of it. I'm just hearing from your perspective. If the helmet fell to the right of him, and the second baseman
fell
tagged
to
the
the
helmet,
left. No, he goes to make the tag.
I get it. I'm the point I'm making.
He would have been out by a foot if the helmet's not in the way.
Hold on. If the helmet came completely off, and for some oddball reason, the second baseman decided to go to the helmet and not the person when the helmet is off to the side, and he tagged the helmet, he would be
safe.
Exactly. There's literally no difference.
No, there is a big difference. If you watch the play, you have to watch the play. It's not if helmet falls off, I go, I'm just going to tag his helmet. No, he gets the ball and swipes the tag, hits the helmet.
Was his helmet on the head or off the head?
No, it was off his head. It fell off his head. And Justin Turner has a history of the helmet falling off his head. Now, once I found out, okay, this is legal, especially sliding into third base, I would go head first every time and have my helmet fall off. It could distract the guy. It could, why not do it? It's a stupid rule. The only reason he was safe is because his helmet fell off. Why is the shortstop? Why is the defense punished? Because dickhead can't put a helmet on.
So what you're saying is they set a very dangerous precedent, and that if I'm rounding second, I can just take my helmet off and just beat the third baseman to death with it.
Yeah, you can.
And then touch the bag.
Exactly.
Okay. Which is probably something the Red Sox would do.
Yeah, he should have been out. I'm not going. And again, well, people in the stands, but yeah. I also said too, as I go, okay, I've been watching baseball for 58 years. I've never seen anything like this.
That's
So
wild.
it's rare. I mean, it's just like, okay, this is, but again, there should be, you can't interfere with I mean, if my helmet fell off and then he tripped over it, wouldn't that be interference?
Well, I mean, I guess it comes down to the fact that you just mentioned it. Like you've never seen this happen in 50.
And the outfield, the umpire called him out.
It's just like the court of law. There's literally no precedent for it. So there's no way they can rule against it.
So now you got to change the rule, saying, okay, if
But there you go. But you can't change the rule in the middle of the game.
No, you can't. I'm just saying it was a stupid rule. I go, but I'm sure it's happened before. I've just never seen it.
Yeah.
But it's like going, how is he safe? I go, this is bullshit. And one guy's like going, okay, if you did, I go, dude, what does that have to do with anything? It's not the same. The analogy you're making is not the same thing. And I said, all right, I'm done. I'm not going to argue with you.
Did you ever see that call? The game is, I know it's the Pittsburgh Pirates. I can't remember who the other team was, to where the guy swings and it makes contact with the bat enough to where the ball does go forward, but it's right foul. It's right down on the foul side of the line.
Yeah.
And then it just so happens just to barely touch the chalk, but the pitcher tries to scoop it up to ensure that it goes foul.
3 runs scored.
And 3 runs come in. And that's it's the most craziest thing I've ever seen.
I did a video on that, and the pitcher, he flicks the ball away.
Yeah.
And the umpire goes,
still fair.
It's still fair. And he's like going, and he's arguing it. But if you watch it, there's no evidence of the ball going past the chalk. It was like still
it's on the
just
line.
Enough on the line where he should have just picked it up.
Yeah.
And filled it and he throw to first base or throw home, get it out. But he just throws it like it's going to make it go foul.
And then what would have happened if we would have flung it into the stands?
Well, I think
that'd have been pretty far.
He'd been better off because it would have been dead ball.
Right.
And so only 2 runs would have scored. So anyway, it's just a dumb rule.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird rules in baseball.
There's a lot of rules in sports that are just weird. I mean, it's like I was watching the Mighty Duck. They were showing on YouTube the Mighty Ducks. When's Knuckle Puck? That's when they play. That's when they play. No, Knuckle Puck is. Is
it not? Is the second one? Okay.
It's when they play.
Flying V is the first one. Knuckle Puck's the second one.
Yeah. Well, they've switched the goalie around so they can keep Knuckle Puck with an option. As he gets there, he takes his helmet off right away. Dead. It plays dead. You can't take your helmet off in the game.
Right.
Dead blood. Because Charlie does it when he does the triple deke in the penalty shot. He takes his helmet off. I go,
right. Yeah.
Can't do that. Can't take your helmet off. Ruins the whole movie for me.
It's kind of like what you're talking about. So Jack, it's like what you're saying last week then with Willie Mays Hayes not touching third. Ruins the movie for you.
Ruin the whole movie. Yeah.
But Jack, did you know when you're watching Godzilla?
Which one?
Like any of them, like the kaiju, the dinosaur dragon is not a real thing. You know that?
You mean it's
Shut up?
It's all make believe?
Yeah.
No.
You mean it's fantasy?
It is. It's totally fake.
If I go into a movie and I know it's fantasy,
have you been to San Francisco? I mean, it is a shithole. I mean, it goes through there all the time.
Yeah. That's what I had someone say. Oh, right, you're watching John Wick. What about the people who's killed? He's not really killing them. I go, okay, what does that have to do with him touching third? Right. I go, yeah, obviously he's not really killing the people, but obviously he may not have touched third base in baseball. That's very important.
They don't know.
Wait, someone argued a John Wick point with you to the story of
him not touching third.
I go, yeah, I don't get that one. I go, obviously he's not killing them in real life. That would be illegal.
Yeah. Speaking of I don't even hardly argue online anymore because just the amount of stupidity. Yeah. But House of the Dragon season 2 is out, which is so far okay.
I never finished the first season.
I
had 1 episode to go.
But I was hoping that HBO would just do 2 seasons because there's 2 novellas.
Well, why don't you go up to the guy and tell him?
Well, yeah, exactly.
2 seasons.
HBO already announced before the first episode even aired that there's going to be a 3rd season of House of Dragon. Of course, I was like, no, there should only be 2 seasons. There's 2 novellas. But of course, HBO has to milk it. And I made that almost verbatim comment on Instagram on some comment. And of course, there's someone like, what do you know? There's a whole book out there called Ice and Fire that goes through a 30-year history of this event. And I'm like, it's a history book. What's based off of is 2 novellas, which you clearly haven't read. Like, it's just like, but that's like people who read like this one thing because they think that's what the show's based off of. It's like, no, it's based off of these other things. And it just pisses me off.
I was on Instagram, was it today or yesterday?
I didn't watch
this guy, it's a comic strip, and the guys, these screwdrivers are coming through this machine, and one guy's pouring vodka, and the other guy's pouring orange juice, and it says Craftsman. And one guy goes, I don't get it. I go, vodka and orange juice screwdriver.
Okay.
And he goes, oh, thanks for making me feel like an idiot.
That's his own.
I go, I was just wasn't trying to do that. It was just you said you didn't get it. I'm like,
only
okay.
You can make yourself feel like an idiot.
Yeah, I said it's because it took me a second too. I go, what? I go, oh wait, that's vodka and orange juice screwdriver. I get it.
Hey Jack, don't say anything. We've got Jeb Bush on the podcast.
I thought you'd run again, Jeb. I thought you might have a chance, but I thought Matt would come join us.
I thought he's too good. He didn't start at the beginning, and he just wants to be that troll now that's in the chat, just going, fuck you guys.
Well, I don't know if you probably didn't watch the Padre highlights this week. They're playing Washington.
Isn't there like one per week, maybe, if they're lucky?
So actually, they did pretty well this week. But anyway, so they played Washington Monday night. Padres had a 3-0 lead, and it was 3-2. Then they gave up the lead. It's tie game. Goes into the 10th. They do the runner at second base thing. They get 2 outs, but then the pitcher gives up 3 runs. So now it's 6-3. I go, fuck it. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. But my brother-in-law was texting me. I go, all right, I'll finish the game. Well, the Padres walked it off with a 2-run double at the end of the game and this guy, he's all excited, stuff like that. Well, Washington took offense to it. They're like, oh, he's showing us up, the whole showing us up bullshit thing. I go, what the fuck? So the next game, Profar is the guy, he's coming up, he's batting second. The catcher for Washington's like going, pats him on his shoulder and is like putting his chest like this, trying to talk to him. Well, Manny Machado came over and kind of pushed him out of the way, said, hey, like break it up. They warned both benches. The Washington pitcher on the first pitch hits Profar. They don't throw anybody out, but the Padre manager came out to complain about it. And so a guy was a Washington fan on Twitter is like going, if he can't listen to an adult act like a child, I go, it wasn't the time and place for it. I go, you either talk to him before the game or after the game, but not when he's coming up to bat. And I go, this is what baseball is nowadays. I go, I go, no, again. Then he tried to be, oh yeah, I hope you enjoy Soto playing for your team. Ha 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 ha. I go, yeah, look, we got some fun out of it. I go, I enjoyed watching him play. I go, yeah, you got some good young players out of the trade. No harm, no foul. But he finally goes, okay. But it's like going, you don't talk to another player about his behavior the night before when he's going up to bat. Am I right?
Yeah.
Expect to be punched in the face if you do it. That's just me. Anyway.
Internet trolls.
Yeah. It's like nothing will piss off an Alabama fan more from a Tennessee fan, and that the football team or the crowds had this tradition of singing Dixieland Delight by the band Alabama in the game. But the song is about Tennessee. And so it's like,
you're saying so the Alabama fans
will sing this song, but it's about Tennessee. And so it's like, you're too fucking stupid to realize you're singing a song.
No, it's Alabama.
About yeah, exactly. So we give them, it's Alabama.
We have any listeners in Alabama? I apologize. Matt just typed that in the chat.
They don't have internet there. It's okay.
We don't got that internet.
Alabama net.
My uncle's from Alabama. He's a Bama boy.
It's the only state that looks like a mullet. I'm just saying.
It definitely does look a mullet.
We just lost all 3 listeners from Alabama. Well, Chris is yawning, so I think it's time to wrap it up.
Sorry.
I think he's falling asleep there. It's
Well,
okay.
he was perfectly energized until you called him Jeb Bush. And
I know
then
that really sent him down the
his
wrong
metabolism just went to an
Well, he's
80-year-old.
I'm growing
he's old.
a turtleneck or gullet.
Turkey neck, yeah.
He's older now. So, hey, I got one now. I didn't have one a few years ago. I hate seeing old pictures like, ooh, what happened? But anyway, it's okay. It's okay. It'll happen to everybody. And Chris, it's happened a little faster for you. But it's just
Fucking dickhead.
I kid because I care. That's what I do. Anyway, do we have an email? Did Randy think of one?
No.
Probably not.
I don't even know the password of the email anymore.
I mean, you couldn't put a gun to my head. I mean, it's been set in my phone for
Yeah.
how many years? I don't know. We didn't get anything.
All right.
Damn you, Randy.
Come on, Randy. You're our only our only hope. Anyway,
Nobody.
I don't know if we'll be here next week or not. I know Chris is on vacation.
I will not be here next week.
Yeah, it's us three again, but without Chris. It's with Matt. Without
Chris. So Jeb is on vacation. He'll be down in the Florida Everglades. Going on a fan boat. Chris banned me, as Randy said.
I did.
That's true.
I may have banned him. I unbanned you.
Well, a governor has that kind of power that he
Mhm.
can ban you, Randy. So I can't overrule a governor.
Did I create the "Don't Say Randy" bill? Sorry. I'm sorry.
We can't say that word anymore.
I'm sorry. I need to just stop talking.
It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, guys, that's all we got. If you'd like to send us an email, send us email. Send Jesus. Send us an
mail.
email.
Go ahead and hit send.
Yeah,
Send
just send it. And always looking for Bush.
Aren't we all?
Anyway, I forgot to talk about my grandson real quick. He's not
Which
quite
one?
5 yet. The Hayden. He's not quite 5 yet, but he likes to film the Hot Wheels tracks we have here. Cars to go. All right, Papa, slow motion. All right, film it from this way. Film it from this way. Well, the other day, my wife got the 2 younger grandkids this little tiny bike they push themselves on. And he's got the iPad on it, and he's going like this with the track as the car's going down. I go, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm filming my cars." I go, "Look, Spielberg." I go,
Hey, that's awesome.
He's just like, I go, "How did you figure that out?" He goes, "Oh, when I'm watching YouTube videos, I see it." And so he sees it and figures out how they do it.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's cool.
So I might set him up with a channel where he can do his own
Yeah.
YouTube stuff. And
well, I think I said that, like, I forget, like not too long ago, a few years ago. Like, that's how you know you're old. Like, you can see exactly.
he can film Wesley Snipes in slow.
Yeah. So, when Chris and I were playing games, like video games in the 90s and even in the 2000s, if it was a really good game, it came with you could buy a separate book that would tell you, like every level, like where everything was hidden, like all the stuff, game guide. Yeah.
Teach you how to cheat guide.
Well, it was like a completionist. I think of it more of,
I think probably most Patriots fans had it.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I remember when I first moved here, there was a new game that came out that I really wanted to play. It was a Star Wars game. And I was like, "Oh, where's the companion guide?" And they're like, and this kid behind the counter looked at me like just so odd. And I was like, "They haven't made those in years." Like, he's like, just YouTube it. Like there's so many people now that just make these, they'll
videos,
walk you through every single level. I'm like, well, that's not fun. But then
what's the difference though?
Well, some of them are really good and some of them are not. I don't know. Like, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 for the last couple of years now because I bought it, but then when I moved, it was in a box and I couldn't find it and all this. But I still have like this big ass guide that came with it. But then, like sometimes the guide's not good enough and you go, "Where is this?" Or like, "How do you do this?" And then there will be a video for it somewhere on YouTube.
Everywhere.
That's how I fix things in the house now.
Yeah.
I go, "All right," and I go, "All right, got it," and then I can do it.
Fix my lawnmower.
Yeah, you did.
So,
You did.
that's right.
That old guy with his hat and his.
No doubt, Matt Treast. Yeah.
Well, he gets mad at me if I can't. He gets stuck on a game. He goes, you got to help me here, Pop. I go, I don't know how to play this game. Why? I go, because I've never played this game. I go, I'm old. I don't know how to play this game.
Right.
I go, wait till Zach comes over or Alex. I'm sure they played it. They probably know. He goes, can you call them? I go, they're in school. I go, there's nothing I can do. You're gonna have to, because I have no clue. And he gets disgusted with me and walks away. I go, well, someday you'll be old, kid. I'll be dust, but you'll be old someday, and you'll know that.
Well, you almost wonder what's the point of school anymore. You know, it's like I got a pipe broke in my house. All right, let's YouTube it real quick, and I can learn how to fix this shit.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's true. Anyway, I'm sorry about derailing it, but anyway, if you'd like to become a member of the team, you can become a patron. Go to jayandjack.com, click on the page to be a patron. Still looking for that $2 million patron person. We got the $1 million one.
$2 million.
Yeah. Oh. Well, we got the $1 million one. We just got to wait.
I didn't see any of that.
Didn't?
I don't think Chris saw any of it either. He might have.
Well,
I mean, he's Jeb Bush, so he might have.
Yeah, he's already got money, so he doesn't need it. Anyway, this time we're going to thank 4 patrons who reached a certain level. It's Eckhart, Richter, Glaffler, Maggie, the magnificent, Joanne with a plan. Remember when Maggie used to send us emails? And Ed, the creepy poopy letter carrier. Thanks for what you do. And Joanne used to send us emails.
So, Chris, you're at a crossroads now, Chris. Do you want to be known as the old man puncher or Jeb Bush from now on?
You got to pick one.
Pick this.
Wow. So you're the old man on the road rage band, flipping us off. I think Chris is going to pass out here.
Yeah, he's
really tired.
He's fading.
Getting there.
All right, guys. Thanks for everyone who joined us in the chat. We'll be back next week with just Nick, Matt, and Jack. Hasta luego, and goodbye.
See ya.